The good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. And he will be brought down here at about the 7. Yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Exit. Ready.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some space here. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st. Throwing on 1st down. It's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh. Topper.
He's coming, double up. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Get it.
On 1st down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Back to throw. Herbert. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 3. Check 3. Check nickel.
They go play action with Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. That's complete to Robinson. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, Wahoo!
Looking to throw. Herbert. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Lorenzo Carter. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Danny. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go. What's the ball? 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, where's that go?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This one caught by Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Herbert going up top for Miller. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He's got the hook up to Miller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The toss out to Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give them.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Robinson's got it. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Looking to throw. Herbert, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Mike, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Go. Watch the motion. Hey, exit.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Back to throw. Herbert going deep this time for Miller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Be careful.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dances by him. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. On first down, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. From the gun, Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Got a man, Slayton. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Catch made by Slayton. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bravo!
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Back to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's second down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Miller. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ballgame. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 73 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They go again with Scott. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.